The British Jedi.
Jar Jar Binks first appeared in The Phantom Menace. It's actually dubbed George Lucas's favourite character ever from his movies. He played a key role in the invasion of Naboo, and also the Clone Wars, resulting in the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire by giving emergency powers to Palpatine.
Misa propose that the Senate give immediately emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor.
Jar Jar can live underwater and land. He's a Gungan. He has great knowledge of the planet core of Naboo, and he's good at communicating with animals. His first appearance was in Star Wars The Phantom Menace, when he owed a life debt to Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi when they saved him during the invasion of Naboo by the Trade Federation. And he became an aide to Padme and Queen Amidala right through the prequel trilogy. During the events of the original trilogy though, Binks became an outcast on Naboo, and by the time of the Battle of Jakku,
I've got to get back to Jakku.
He was a street performer in the capital city of Theed on Naboo. He was scorned by adults but loved by children who came to watch him, and that's really a reflection of the fans' response to Jar Jar himself, with adults of the series despising Jar Jar, and the actor, Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, actually received death threats. Many Gungan and Naboo adults refused to say his name. He would juggle, spit fish up in the air and catch them, dance and flush water through his ears. In 5 ABY, he encounters a refugee boy. He'd been injured when his home was bombed by the Empire. Binks and the boy soon became friends. Some people even believe Darth Vader and Jar Jar were the same person. He was mentioned by a member of the Whills as someone to be remembered in galactic history. Unfortunately, his brave acts in the Clone Wars were completely overshadowed, mainly by the fact that he was manipulated so easily by Palpatine, who clearly exploited him when creating the clone army for the Republic. He had a tendency to grab food with his tongue, and it once got him in trouble, as seen in Phantom Menace with the nasty Sebulba. Now there's so much more of this story, of this character to be told, and I think we will get more as we go along, and I do think he'll make appearances at some stage, because there's a lot of time from Revenge of the Sith to what we know in the timeline leading up to The Force Awakens that could be filled in. Of course the character could be doing barely anything and nothing of interest, but there is still a lot of stuff that the novels haven't even touched on in regards to Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar did a lot in the Clone Wars series, like the Battle of Mimban, with the mission to Toydaria, negotiations on Rhodia, all the time he was riding a Skulder and he was dealing with pirates. We had the Blue Shadow Virus crisis, the War on Mon Cala, mission to Bardota with Mace Windu. So if you're a fan of this character and you want to see him a little bit more, you want to see more of his story, I would highly recommend checking out the Clone Wars TV show. Obviously his homeworld is Naboo. We knew this from The Phantom Menace when we were introduced to him, and I really like that homeworld. That city is one of the best looking locations from the prequel trilogy in my opinion, and it's a map I really enjoy on Battlefront 2 as well, I have to say. And that's really as far as it goes with Jar Jar Binks. There isn't much to dive into, but I thought it was a great character to start with, considering his introduction in the first movie in chronological order. Next, we're going to take a look at the character of Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson in the movies, but there's a lot to dive into with his character and a lot of speculation that I want to talk about as well. So that's the next character we're going to dive into for these lore videos, guys, and let me know if this was good, if it was bad. This is kind of learn as I go in diving into these kind of backstories of these characters. So yeah, I look forward to giving you some more of these videos, guys, and I'll see you real soon. May the Force be with you.
The British Jedi. Subscribe now and leave your thoughts in the comment section.